Yeah, they're 3 hours.
Hi kids, this is your superpower kid, Neva Lee Recla. And today we have a really special treat for you. We have Dawn and Calista Gluskin. And so I met Dawn at the Business Acceleration Summit, hosted by Shannon Gronich. Dawn is a storyteller, copywriter, and created Bliss Communications. And I met Calista at CEO Space. She is 10 years old, and her message is to follow your heart no matter what. So today we'll be talking about girl superpower. Without further ado, will you help me welcome our amazing guests, Dawn and Calista Gluskin.
Hi. Thank you for having us here, Neva. It's great to see you, and we've seen each other all over the place. We met at the Business Acceleration Summit, and I've seen you in Vegas and CEO Space, and I'm just trying to keep up with you. Everywhere.
So, I'm really excited to have you on the show. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So let's jump right in and ask, what are your guys' superpowers?
Do you want to go first, Calista?
Sure. Writing, and just being confident with myself.
And I'll say, and singing. She can sing and play the piano too. She's really good at that.
I want to get a piano.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah. And so my superpowers, I think, are just helping people remember who they are, right? So sometimes, especially as adults, kids have it all figured out, but sometimes as adults, we kind of forget who we are. We forget to have fun. We forget like what we're passionate about and all of that kind of stuff, right? You see it all the time, but you kids have it all worked out. So I'm here to help people remember who they are and then communicate it with the world in a way that other people see them for who they are too. Yeah.
Those are awesome superpowers to have.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes I even have trouble finding who I am.
Yeah.
Especially if I've been having a really long day.
That's a good point, right? We could all use a reminder and sometimes a good night of sleep or just get good people in our life that can be like mirrors and reflect that back to us. So It's always good to surround yourself with really amazing people that'll remind you who you are, right?
Yeah. That's awesome. Especially surrounding yourself with people who love you for who you are.
Yeah.
Because if other people don't love you, sometimes it's hard for you to love yourself or even be confident.
Yeah, that's right. It's great to have people on your team that are just reflect love to you and accept you for who you are. And so I don't know if you knew this, but there's the number one regret that people have when they pass on to the other side and, they end their life on earth is I wish I had lived a life true to myself instead of the life that others had wished for me.
Exactly.
And if we can just remember that while we're here and not when we're like on our deathbed on the way out and just live that life and not worry about what other people think. And that's what Calista was writing her book about too, is following your heart. And, I think that's such a strong message for any age, just love who you are, be who you are. Right?
Exactly. Like you have to be confident in yourself if you're writing a book or if you're let me come up with some ideas. If you're a singer, you're an actress, you're a book writer or a publisher, you have to be confident in yourself or else you're not going to be very good at the things that you would like to do.
Yeah. And that's true too, because when you're putting yourself out there, whether it's as a singer, an artist, a podcaster, a business owner, when you're putting yourself out there in the world, people are going to see you and some people are going to love you and they're going to want to do, like see everything you do and they're all about you. And then there's some people that maybe they're like, no, you're not my flavor. Right.
Yeah.
So you have to be really strong in who you are. So you don't overly concern yourself with other people think, right? It's like, well, if you don't like what I'm doing or what I'm sharing, that's okay because other people do love it, right? So that's what you're talking about with confidence.
Exactly.
We all have our favorite singers and other singers we don't like, but that singer can't be worried about the people that don't like it, right?
Exactly.
Like some people don't like chocolate and those people are weird, but I know. But it's true. We all have different tastes, so we can't take it personal. Just
exactly.
Yeah.
And One of the hugest things how I discovered that I'm confident in myself is I've been criticized many times. And knowing that there's the people out there that love you and they'll cherish you and they want to be just like you. And also knowing that there's those people out there that maybe aren't like that. Maybe they're not confident in themselves, so they'll want to take it out on you.
And that's so smart for you to know that at age 8. Yeah, there's some adults that struggle with that. They take it really personal. But I can't believe that anyone would criticize you. They must be crazy.
And also you have to know that those people are playing a role for you. That's what I found. And even when there's people that are judging me or be like, that's not cool, kids shouldn't be doing business, I can say, thank you for playing that role for me. Go somewhere else.
Beautiful, right? Yeah, because people are here, even if they're not reflecting the love and the support, even the people that are reflecting the sort of negative vibes, right? We can learn something from them and they can make you stronger, right? And more sure about your mission and yourself. So yeah, that's a great attitude to have. Thank you, right? Instead of feeling like, oh, I'm going to hide now. It's like, thank you for that. And bye.
Exactly.
Such a smart girl.
Thank you. So I think I can ask one more question, then we have to do a break.
Sure.
So I'm going to make this a little more playful. Okay. So this is already playful, but what are your guys' favorite colors?
Blue.
Ooh, that's actually a hard question for me because I like so many colors. Probably I like, did you say turquoise?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I was just going to say that. I was looking at my turquoise wall in my living room because it reminds me of the ocean. And I'm a mermaid. I don't know if you knew that, but so yeah, it makes me feel at home. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Type of blue.
Yeah. Blue's calming and reminds us of the water. And here we're in Florida, so we're beach babies.
Yeah. Beach babies. Yeah, I'm in Arizona, so there's not any beaches out here.
No, you got a lot of sand though and cactuses.
Exactly. Like the closest to water, like to deep water we get is a pool. That's
you probably need it in the summer, right? It gets pretty hot over there.
It does. It's actually been like really cool out lately. So it's almost too cold.
Oh, really? I didn't know
cold
that.
for me. Yeah. It gets down really cold here, especially at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I think we have to take a quick break. But we've been talking with Dawn and Calista Gluskin about Girl Superpower. We'll be right back.
Are you here to change the world? Do you talk about things like vibration, frequency, awakening, and consciousness? Are you pretty sure you have superpowers? The Superpower Net is unlike normal coaching programs and conscious communities. We provide training, intuitive guidance, peer-to-peer learning, intensive one-on-one coaching, and a high vibrational network of people just like you. When you join the net, you get 24/7 access to a collaborative group of people who support you as you master your personal power and unlock your superpowers. If you're ready to use your superpowers to change the world, then join the Superpower Net today. Visit superpowerexperts.com/thenet to learn more.
Yay.
Okay, we're back, and we've been talking with Dawn and Calista Gluskin about Girl Superpower. So, what are your favorite animals?
Cats.
Cats.
You want to tell her about your cats? How many do you have?
3.
3 cats and a dog, and our dog is. And he should probably shut his ears when we say that your favorite animal is a cat. Don't listen, Maestro.
Yeah.
Favorite dog.
But she's kind of obsessed with cats.
I am a dog person, mostly because my family and I are kind of allergic, especially my dad. Like, I get really itchy around cats, but I love them.
Yeah,
So,
that makes it a little difficult, right, to have them snuggling you on your bed if you're like sneezing and itching. That's no fun.
Yeah. Actually, want to hear a quick story about me and a cat?
Yeah.
Sure.
So at our old house, a cat walked in to our garage. Just this stray cat. Didn't have owners or anything. And it was a tiger cat. And so we brought him in. I was watching a show and I heard meowing. And then I paused the show. The meowing stopped. I unpaused it. The meowing kept going. Cats love my dad. So
They know he's allergic, right? It's like a magnet.
Yeah, exactly. So he came in holding a cat. I'm like, why is there a cat in our house? And I was happy. I was like, kitty. But again, I was like, why are you holding a cat? Because you're allergic. And so we sat him down on our couch and we were playing around with him. He hissed at our dog. And my mom went, hey, she was here before you. And so I wanted to name, I thought it was a her, so I named her Whiskers. And I started calling him Whiskey. And so that became his name. And so we were going to have him live with us, but since my dad is really allergic, it just wasn't the best idea. So we got him a box and we put a blanket in and we let him sleep there. And he was with us for about maybe 2 weeks or even a month. And every morning and every night I would sit in the box, I'd take off my shoes and I'd play with him.
He was outside in the box or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Outside. And I had a toy kitchen and the sink came out. So I'd put him underneath the sink and then I would lift the sink up and he would crawl. So that's one of the games we played. But I have a stuffed animal that I got and it's from a candy store. And there was one that looked exactly like him.
Like
I'm like, need to have that.
Aww. So after 2 weeks, he was just like, well, I'm out of here. You guys are awesome, but I'm going to try to get someone to bring me inside, right? You think that's what happened?
Okay. We also believe he's an angel kitty.
Aww. Oh, I love it. I think all animals are like angels, right? They come into your life and they love you unconditionally. And yeah, we have 3 cats and a dog and that's it. I would take all the animals in, but that's not practical. So you have to cut it off at some point. But we have one of our cats. He has 3 legs. We adopted him that way. His name is Kiwi. He's a sweetheart. And then we have another one named Mr. Miyagi that sleeps with Calista every night. I don't know where she just went, but he's like a teddy bear. And every night she brings him into her bed and he'll go under the covers and he sleeps on her pillow with her. This is Kiwi. Achilles. He's our 3-legged little guy.
Oh,
we
he's so
adopted him that way. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he looks like a sweetheart.
So yes, we love the animals.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Here.
If I could go into a pet store and adopt all of them, right? I would.
Yeah.
I would, but too much space, too much time.
And a lot of care. They take a lot of work, right? If you can go out of town, you gotta make sure they're taken care of and all that stuff, right?
And make sure
maybe Bella, that's our other kitty.
Aww.
Yes.
So, if you could have any superpower in the whole entire world, you can choose more than one because I don't like limiting that. What would it be and why?
Oh gosh, any superpower. Do you know yours? I'm thinking because I'm like, ooh, what would I want? Well, I've always wanted to fly like the birds. I sometimes just watch them and I'm like, how cool would that be? Just to like whoosh overhead.
I want to be able to talk to animals.
Talk to animals, yeah.
I have
that's a good
3.
one.
I want to have invisibility and invisibility. I get that in invincibility. Invisibility, flight, and mind teleportation. Because I would be the queen of hide and go seek.
Oh yeah, I love it. Would that give me an idea? I would like to be in 2 places at once because sometimes I have so much going on and I have to say yes to one thing and no to another. So if I can just like split my body into 2, I could do all the things, right? That would be fun.
Exactly.
Or if people could read my mind, because sometimes someone will send me a text message and in my brain I answer them, but they don't hear me if I don't actually answer on my phone. I'm like, well, if we could all just communicate that way, that would be nice as well. Yeah.
Especially if your phone's dead.
There you go. Yeah. Need to invent that, right?
Exactly. Part of the reason I want those superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
So, funny story. My half sister and I were playing hide and go seek. She came over, and my shower. I went and hid there, but I have an automatic light that can turn off. So I turned it off, and I turned off all the lights in my bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I hid in my shower, just as close to the wall as possible. Took about 30, 45 minutes to find me.
You're hardcore. You just hung out in there, huh?
I got tired after a while because I had to stand. She even looks directly into the shower. Pretend this is the shower. And I'm right where Lammy is, right?
Uh-huh. She looked right at you.
There.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, and
so maybe you can have those invisible powers.
And sometimes I'll laugh if she comes in, and I was like, don't laugh. And I heard her talking to my parents. She's like, I can't find your daughter. She disappeared. And I heard my parents going, have you looked everywhere? She's like, I've checked 4 times in every spot.
Yeah.
And then she found me, and she's like, you were there the whole time?
Did you finally give up after 45 minutes, or did she find you?
She found me.
Wow. I admire your tenacity, because after about 5 minutes, I would have been like, all right, that's enough. Would you have stayed in there for that long?
Maybe. If I would have given up probably if it was like a hotel or something.
Yeah.
Or if I was alone, it was like a hotel and stuff. But if it's my house,
you're just chilling.
I could probably go back, grab a bag of popcorn, put it in the microwave, put it in the bowl, and go back to the shower.
That actually sounds kind of nice to me, because as a mom and with all these animals and children, and we got Calista and her sister, and sometimes her friends are here, and it gets kind of crazy. So I wouldn't mind hiding in the shower. Sometimes it's nice and quiet. That actually sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, that does.
I might have to take that idea from you.
Yeah. So, if you could be any animal, what would it be?
Ooh, be any animal. I want to be a dolphin. We were at the beach this weekend, and this whole big school of dolphins came right up to the shore, and they're so playful and just.
That's what happened to us in Costa Rica. We were on a boat, and these dolphins, they went under it, they jumped.
Oh, they're so fun.
Really gorgeous.
They're really smart, and they're
probably more intelligent than humans.
I think so.
I want to be a sea turtle.
Sea turtle. Turtles are cool too. Yeah. We love our ocean animals, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to live somewhere near a beach, but then I don't want to have to go through the hassle of like running away if there's like a storm or something.
Like a hurricane, yeah.
Like a hurricane.
Yeah, we've had a few of those here, but you kind of just get used to it. Yeah, next time you come to Florida, we'll have to go to the beach together. I know you guys had so much fun playing.
Yeah. I definitely want to like experience what it's like, but I don't want to experience what it's like. If you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would be kind of cool, but then it would be kind of scary. Because I used to live in Colorado, and I was like 5 at the time. So anytime the tornado alert went off, I'd jump behind our couch. I went.
Yeah.
It was really frightening.
Yeah. What about Arizona? What do you guys have there? Any crazy weather?
The worst storms I've experienced is monsoon. So we have it pretty good out here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It does hail sometimes if there's like a really bad storm, but that's like the worst.
And in the summer, it gets hot. I was in Vegas last summer, and it was like 121 degrees or something. And
It gets like
how do you do it?
124 out here.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just
A
hang
lot
out
of air
inside all day,
conditioning,
right? Yeah.
and you adapt to it. It's like
Yeah.
when I moved to here from Colorado, I was like, oh my gosh, it's really hot. And then if we moved back to Colorado, I'm like, why did we ever live here? Because honestly,
that's what you're used to.
yeah, you get used to it. You get used to the weather. You get used to not seeing very much rain or water.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have a pool and a hot tub, so we'll go out there sometimes. But yeah,
that's how we are in Florida because it's so hot all the time. So in the winter, we'll get like one winter day where it'll get down to like 50 or 60, which is not that cold for people up north. But for us, we're like in like 10 layers, or we're like dying. And people up north are like, this feels great, and they'll like jump in the pool or something. It's just like what you're used to, right?
yeah, I love the 50s, 60s, 70s. But sometimes if it gets down below 50, I'm like, someone get me 20 freaking layers of clothes.
Yes, because you're used to that warmth. Yeah.
I remember one time in Colorado, I was really cold, so I went and put on like 5 layers of pants to like 9 layers of shirts and 2 jackets.
You got to do what you got to do. I know sometimes we'll go skiing or something on a vacation, and the first couple of days you're like dying.
I've never been skiing.
Well, we haven't gone with you yet. We'll have to take you. Yeah, but by the time you leave, it's like, oh, I can get used to this. It takes your body a while to adjust.
Yeah, I agree. So if you could see someone and if they were criticizing you, would you rather inspire them and be like, you know what, it's okay, you're a little insecure right now, you rather take it out on me than you would own up? Or would you rather be like, oh, you have your opinions, I have mine, move, go, bye?
It's a great question. You know, do you want to answer first? Do you have something coming or?
No, not yet.
So yeah, I mean, what I do, usually I'll send them love, right? Because I have a saying that hurt people. So usually it's when someone's hurting that they want to lash out and try to hurt someone else. So I send them love and not get upset. But then I also check with myself and I say, well, does it bother me what they said? And if it does bother me, why, right? And if it does bother me or any of us, if we're bothered by someone else's words, it's just a place inside of ourselves that we get to love ourselves a little more. So I send them love, send myself love, and you know, I think love is the answer to most of the pain things.
If I were in that situation, parts of me would be like, dude, don't talk to me like that.
Right, that's the human part, yeah.
And then other parts of me would be like, but they're really insecure right now.
Yeah.
And they want to take it out on me. I've gone through many things like that. Like, when I was doing Hot Clothes for Kids, that's when I got criticized the most.
Yeah.
There are people saying you shouldn't put the word hot in your business. And I like wearing outfits like crop tops or maybe like that's just my style. I like wearing risque clothes. And people would be like, those outfits are too inappropriate. And parts of me would be like, don't talk to me like that. I'm a lot younger than you. But then I was like, I get what you're talking about. I've wanted to judge my parents because I'm having a bad day or I'm getting too much learning that day. Or you can choose to get frustrated by it and be like, that's really offensive. Or you could also be like, okay, you have your opinions. My opinion is I wouldn't do that. But go ahead. You do you.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. You do you. And everyone has their own beliefs based on whatever they've experienced in their life. So maybe they're holding back from something in their life, or they're worried about other people judging them, so that they project that outward by judging other people. And I know Calista has had stuff happen before with, you know, a friend who would get upset if she didn't get her way, and she's like, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. But you finally realized that was just her way of communicating, right? And they talked it out, and they were able to be better friends after that, right? Yeah.
One of the things I've experienced is when I've been bullied and people have called me a crybaby or anything like that. How mean they're being tells you how insecure they are. And one of my experiences is one of my friend's business partner's daughter. She just wasn't very nice to me. Like, she took me to the pool, and I was younger at the time. She took me to the pool, and I was kind of scared because, like, I didn't know her, and she was already being kind of mean to me. And my parents weren't there. And I'm like, where do I put my shoes? She's like, just leave them on. I'm like, are we going to get a towel? She's like, no. And I never got in the pool. And there were teens in the pool. This was at CEO space. And I started crying, and one of the teens asked, do you want me to bring you back? I'm like, yeah. She's like, and then the girl who was bullying me was like, no, I'll take her back. Stopped me at the gate and said, stop it, you're being a crybaby. And she handed me off to someone else. She was like, take her. Bring her back to her parents. And that's when my parents and I came up with the code BLUE, which is basically which is basically my code for stop it right now. I need to talk. Get out of your meeting.
Yeah.
Go back to it later because I need to deal with this.
Yeah.
And we have a bunch of codes. We have like code red. Like, we use that if don't ask any questions. We're doing this, like, if it's kind of like an emergency situation.
Yeah, that's really smart. I love it.
How old were you at the time?
I was around, I believe, 4 or 6.
And you know what? And it's interesting because Calista is also, you two are very, very similar in some ways, that you're very sensitive and you're in tune with energy and, and stuff like that, which I think is a gift, right?
Yeah.
So, and crying is a gift. And sometimes in our world, we try to make people feel bad about crying, like you're not strong or you're too sensitive, but crying is just a gift. It's just information. It's just letting your body, it's just telling you that something is sad or, and when people try to hold that back and they try to make you feel bad about that, that's actually very toxic. So it's good for you to cry. If someone calls you a crybaby, strong people cry. Strong people aren't afraid of their emotions. So,
so I have to admit, I've been very afraid. Like that time at CEO Space when we were biking last year, it was the second time Calista and I saw each other. I was biking and I fell off the bike.
Oh, yeah, that was just last week. Yeah.
And I didn't want to cry because I'm like, because parts of me knew those people were going to baby me. I knew that everyone who was older than me, like all the adults, like the teenagers and adults, they were going to say, oh, were you okay? Oh, you look really hurt. And that's basically just making it about them, which makes you feel 1,000 times worse. So I'm like, just suck it up. If your eyes get teary, just let them get teary. Don't cry because they're going to baby you.
Well, it's okay. Sometimes it's nice to be babied. I cry all the time, don't I? We'll be watching a show or something and she looks over and she's like, oh, mommy, you got the movie theater. You just gotta let it out, That's what I say.
That's how I am. I was watching a dog movie called Benji.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really emotional. I'm like, and like trying to hide my face with my iPad. I'm like,
I cry even at the not. So like when Finding Nemo, when Nemo found his parents, I was crying because I was so happy for that animated fish finally found his parents or her. Yeah. Or Finding Dory, one of those.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, mom.
Yeah.
I think it's a gift, though. It's a gift to feel. And
it is. Yeah. It is.
It really is.
And one of my superpowers is helping other people. Like one time we were at Burning Man, And that's when
I've never been to Burning Man. You do cooler stuff than I do.
It is one of the most beautiful experiences.
Yeah.
It's definitely family friendly. Like they have kids camp and stuff. And we were on the trampoline. And one of my friends,
Burning Man this year.
What's that?
It's a festival.
One of my friends, she was gonna do a front flip, but this boy wouldn't move, and she's like, "Will you please move?" So she didn't do it, and he's like, "Just do the front flip." And I'm like, "You know what? She doesn't have to do it if she doesn't want to. She will do it when she wants to, if you move."
Good for you. Did you actually speak up and say that? Good for you.
And then it got really annoying, so I just did it myself. I'm like, just if I can get you to stop speaking, and stop bullying my friend,
right?
I will do anything.
That's a good friend. It's a good friend to have to speak up, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there was another time, there was this boy on the trampoline, and he was like curled up in a ball, and these kids were kicking him. Like,
oh no.
Like, and I couldn't tell if he was okay or not, if he was okay with it. And so I ran back to my mom, dashing like it was the zombie apocalypse. And I said, "There's this boy on the trampoline, and it looks like these kids are hurting him. What do I do?" She's like, "Well, go see if he's okay." And I dashed back, and I'm like, they stopped. I'm like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. We were just playing a game." And my heart was pounding. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I thought they were really hurting you." And
well, that's nice. You have a big heart, and that's a gift, really. It is. Yeah.
I also get that way. I'm defensive with my dog. Seriously. There's this one time. My dog. I swear, if anyone hurt her, I'd be like, "Get away. Back off." There's when we were in Colorado, this neighbor and I was 5 and he was 12. We were walking Callie around a tree. And out of the ordinary, he slaps her on the back.
What?
And I'm
my goodness.
And what I said was, "No." And one of the things my mom told me is no is a full sentence. So I'm looking back at that now. I'm like, wow, I was saying a lot of things to that kid. I would be like, "Back off, touch my dog one more time, and I will hurt you more." And one time,
that's a good one. No is a full sentence. There's a lot of power in that statement. Yeah. That's good.
One time we were at a park, and this boy and I were sitting on swings. And out of the ordinary, he says, "If your dog bit my dog," sorry, that's my dog. She's
like, "Are you talking about me?"
And he's like, "If your dog bit my dog, I would slap him, just slap him." And because my dog is a toy schnauzer, she's 7 pounds, but she's a little bigger than this guy's dog. And I go, "No one hits my dog. Ever." And he got like really, really like back offish. He's like, well, would she bite me? I'm like, "No, she's a very nice dog. If she did bite you, she was only playing." And he's like, "Oh." And I thought to myself, yes.
I love that you said that because, I always teach kindness to Calista and her sister. It's important to be kind to yourself, to each other. However, if someone's not being kind to you, if someone's trying to hurt you or someone you love, then you don't have to be kind anymore, right? So
exactly.
You want to be kind to people, but not if they're trying to hurt you or your animal. Then it's okay to be mean and stand up for yourself and say no. Yeah.
And when I made this Hot Clothes for Kids video where this kid punched me in the eye because I said, "You can't hurt me, you can't hurt me."
Oh my goodness.
He punched me in the eye.
What?
And I went back and asked my parents, I'm like, if I didn't say that and he just punched me and he kept on punching me, what do I do? They're like, "Well, first you would say, no,
Mm.
And then if they kept going, say, I thought I said no. And then if they keep on going, try to walk away. If they hit you again, punch them.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
you never want to go to violence.
Yeah. That's like a
especially-
last resort. Yeah.
That's like if you told them no, or if you told them to stop 4 times
Yeah.
and they don't stop, you can freaking beat them up.
That's
But
right.
don't do it as a first resort.
Yeah. And that's important too for following the rules. We should follow the rules unless if an adult is trying to tell you to do something that you're not comfortable with, just trust your gut. Like that's what I teach you. Yeah.
That's actually my friends, or even my cousins or family members,
Yeah.
who are kids. They'll let me think of a story. So one time my cousins and I were going to the restroom, and I accidentally slammed the door. And this woman says, "Don't slam the door." And I didn't say anything. I'm like thinking to myself, "Whoa, woman, hold your horses." And then, and then they're like,
"You're not my mama."
Exactly. And my cousin, I told them, my cousins, I'm like, she shouldn't do that. They're like, but she's an adult. She should. She's allowed to. I'm like, I don't listen to anyone. My parents don't give permission to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Or I don't listen to them if they're telling me to do something that might have been an accident.
Yeah, she could have said it a lot nicer, right?
We even came back and told our grandparents. We were having a sleepover that night. I'm like, I even told them, like, I told my cousins, I'm like, no, she doesn't get to tell me what to do. And my grandma said the exact same thing. She's like, she couldn't have said that a little nicer.
Yeah.
And especially a lesson everyone can learn is don't go to assuming. Because if you think that someone hurt you or like punched you or told you what to do, don't assume or don't take it personally. Don't immediately go to violence.
Yes, definitely.
Especially just be like, okay, you do.
And adults, of course, you want to respect them and, what they say. And sometimes they will nicely ask you to follow rules, and you should. But then there are also times if, they're asking you to do something you're not comfortable with, then that's when I always give her permission, or
if they're like, oh, come give me a hug.
Yeah, if you're not
like
comfortable
if they're
with
like,
it, you don't have to do anything.
If a stranger adult is like attached to your energy and they're like, oh, give me a hug right now. I need it. And you're like, no, it's my space. And then
that's right. This is my comfort zone.
That's what I do a lot with one of my friend's little sisters. I was at her house and we were at a bar stool, and her sister kept on climbing all over my chair. She's like climbing and stuff, and I'm like, can you please stay at least 1 foot away from me? And I asked her many times, like, please get off my chair. Get off my chair. And so what I do if someone younger than me, someone I'm a lot stronger than, I don't punch them. I've never had to punch anybody.
Good.
And
hope you never have to.
Yeah. And I would never do that. Like if I was in a situation that they were trying to harm me, sorry. But like never try to hurt somebody really hard if they're a lot tinier than you.
Yeah.
That's why
Calista has that at her school. Sometimes some of the boys in the class will say stuff that's not appropriate, and I tell her, you can stand up for yourself. It's okay. What if I get in trouble? I'm like, that's you won't get in trouble with me. If someone says something you don't like, that you're uncomfortable with, you say, nope, stop.
Dude,
whatever you need to say.
Back off, dude.
That's right. Back off. Amen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I never thought to ask, but do you guys have any questions for me?
Hmm.
I love asking this. Like any advice or anything?
What do you think?
Nothing really.
Well, I mean, so you're doing awesome. You're all over the place. You've got your podcast. I saw you did that keynote not too long ago. You're writing a book. I mean, gosh, you're just so inspiring. And to I know Calista and all the adults. So what's your advice to other people that they have stuff they want to do and they're just haven't put themselves out there? What's your advice?
Never be afraid to try new things, or if other people are like, you can't do this, even if you're like a kid and these adults, your family members are saying, you can't do this, say to yourself, they don't want me to do this because they're scared.
Yeah.
Or they might be a little intimidated by that. So do you, and no matter what other people say, even if the whole world is against you,
you do you.
do it. You do you. You do what inspires you. And as long as you're confident in yourself, everybody will love you.
That's great advice. Listen to that inner voice instead of all these other people. And you know what I do when someone tells me I can't do something? I say this usually to myself, but I say, watch me. It's like a little extra motivation. Like, okay, if you don't think I can do it, all right.
Watch me. Exactly.
Yeah.
I really like that. Your dog is adorable, by the way.
Maestro. He really loves being on video.
Yeah. My dog is around here somewhere. Callie.
Callie. Does she like to be on video with you?
Sometimes.
She can meet Maestro. Let's see if they'll talk to each other.
Here, I'll be right back.
Okay. Super Maestro. We should have put him in his little cape. Sure. She's like, nope. She's camera shy, maybe.
Yeah, she's a little camera shy.
Yeah,
and
you know, it
she's in a
happens.
playful mood, and if she's
play.
if she's in a playful mood, she'll growl and bark and bite. So I'm just gonna this.
No, maybe she'll make her podcast debut next time.
She should. The dog should have a podcast,
right?
Called "How to Do the Dog." Okay. So sadly, we have to wrap up because it's already 1:51 in my time. So really fast, where can people go to find out more about you?
Sure. So I have a website called Blissed, BLISSED communications.com, which is all about storytelling and sharing your message with the world. And then also a podcast called Bare Naked Radio. So you can go onto iTunes or Stitcher, wherever you listen to your podcast. And Calista has a website.
You can visit CalistaMichaela.com.
Calista Michaela with MIKAYLA.com. Yeah.
Awesome.
See some of her songs and her writing and all that good stuff.
Awesome. I'm going to go there after this interview.
Yeah.
So really fast, we have to do funny FaceTime.
Funny faces. Calista's really good at those.
Make your funny face in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you guys are good at those.
Wait. I like looking like a blobfish.
How do you do it?
Put your nose down. And
Oh, that's fine. I should start doing that on my podcast.
Yep.
Squishy face. Fishy face.
I like making my scary face sometimes.
Let's see your scary face. Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Calista's really good at the funny faces. Every time I try to take her picture, she's got like some crazy face. I'm like, can we just have one normal picture?
No.
Never.
Like, I'll pay you. Just give me one normal picture.
And she never pays me.
I pay her in love.
You can pay her in squishies as well.
Yeah. Decapitated squishies, right?
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And-
This was fun.
I forget. I never tell my guests to sign off. So, I say, remember, kids, we all have superpowers, and you guys and I both say together, we can change the world. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Remember, kids, we all have superpowers, and
We can change the world. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.